Hi, I'm Katrin. Welcome to my channel. My passion is storytelling, and that is what you find on my channel. I do the overall story of Margit Sandemo's book series, The Legend of the Ice People. It's a fantastic saga which extends over several centuries. That is what I'm going to look into in my video today. Every book in this story stands on its own. You can come into the story anytime. So far we have followed Sol's journey from the Lindalley to Copenhagen in Denmark. Lord Dag met up with her. She's going to stay with him during her time in Denmark. She is 20 years old now, and she have Hanna's bag in her possession again. Life is good for our Sol. When they arrived to the house where Dag lives, she got told that the landlord, Count and Countess Strathelheim's boy, was missing. Sol realized early on that she can feel the boy. She told the Count that she can be helpful in the search for his son. Sol took a great risk, as it turns out that the Count was a high-ranking judge. He swears never to say anything about what he will see and experience now. Sol find the first trace of the boy. I will continue exactly where I left them. They went through the store on the other side of the hedge and out into the backyard. Now they stood on the opposite side of the hedge. On this side there were several outbuildings and a couple of bins. Rats were running around them, and the Count shivered when they saw them. On the way here they had to pass through the house of the Count and Countess, and she picked up the toy that was left in there. The servant have looked at them curious. She can tell that they were looking out through the windows now too. She noticed that the toy did not give her any more impressions. "I cannot get anything more out of it," she said it and looked up at them. "Try more." Sol was happy about Dag's confidence in her. She relaxed, and soon the feelings began to come in. "He is not here. We have to hurry." "If he's not here, where could he have gone from here?" "The only way is to go back out to the street." They did as they thought the boy did. They were now back out on the street again. It was not one of the bigger streets in Copenhagen. This one was a smaller one, but it leads up to the main street. "Someone should have seen him if he walked along the street." "Maybe not. He may just have stepped out to the street and then quickly slip into the next backyard. It's annoying that I cannot identify the smell I felt. It's an oily smell and it stinks." "Do you think it's nearby?" "If I was a little boy," said Dag, "and if I stepped out on the street I've never seen before, where had I chosen to go then? I think I should have looked around. I'm sure I would not have gone back." "He is a careful little boy. The sound of the street should have scared him." "Then I suggest that we go this way." They walked quickly down the street. They tried to open all the doors they passed by, but they were all locked. "Look here," said Dag. "Look what a large space there between the door and down to the ground. He may have crawled under it." "The door was similar to our door," said the Count eagerly. The door was open and they ended up in a passage. There was a similar door on the other side, and it led out to another street. "No, we are too far away from home." I can imagine that now is the time the panic starts to break out for him. He does not see his mother or father anywhere. It may also be that he has seen an animal that interested him, that he followed. It was Sunday, and there may not have been so many people out walking. Look, look there. Look at the sign on the wall of the house down there. What do you say about that, Lady Sol? On the sign it said printing office. Printing office. Yes, of course. The smell I felt was printer's ink. It was almost a competition between them who will race to the door first. Good day, said Count to the two men who were working inside. I am Judge Strattelheim. I don't know if you have heard about my boy. He have been missing for 3 days. Oh, was it your boy? Said the older one. Yes, I've heard about it, but you live on the street with the rose trees, right? Yes, I do, but we have found a trail after him, and it leads us here. Do you have a small space where an old press machine are standing? The young man said, We have recently moved in here. They can tell that this was father and son. From what I have seen, there is nothing that resembles what you tell me. Do you have a backyard? Yes, of course. Can we see it? Of course you can. The owner walks up to the back door. No, we have to find a way from the outside that leads into the backyard. There is a door leading in from the street, but it's locked. Dag was the first one out on the street. Look there, it's a space under this door too. The business owner had brought a big old key. He opened the door and they get into the backyard. It was a well-kept backyard with a secret house and a couple of outbuildings. They looked through them all. No, nothing, said the Count. Quiet, said Sol. He is here. He is close. We have to hurry. Both of the owners looked surprised at Sol. But we have looked in all the doors, said Dag. There is one more door which leads into the printing office, but there is no way that the little boy could have opened it. The owner looked at his son. If I remember correctly, you were here last Sunday. They could see the younger man thinking. Yes, I think I was here then. At one point I was out to the secret house. Try to remember if you have heard any children's cry, said the Count. I do not remember that, but to be honest, I do not think I would have reacted to it anyway. Sol was the first one to reach the back door. I can feel it. It's here. How can my little boy manage to get so far from home? If he really is here, should he not have been heard by anyone? No, Lady Sol, I think you are wrong here. Here is nowhere to hide. But Sol was stubborn as usual. She turned to the young man. What was the first thing you did after you went back, after your visit at the secret house? Think, it's very important. The young man looked a bit confused. That was the last thing I did. When I came in, I locked the door. No, said Sol. That was too easy. Try harder. Go out again and walk back in and do exactly as you did then. The young man was a little slow thinking, but he did as she said. The first thing I did was to lock the door to the backyard. Then I made sure that everything was prepared for Monday morning's work. I tied it up a little bit too. Then I went out and locked the door that leads out to the street. Was that all? Yes, that was all, and of course I also locked the storage door. Storage, said all four of them. Yes, the one behind the shelves, the one beside the backyard door. Ah, he did not think about it at all, said the older owner. As we said, we are new here. The Count went to the back door, and quite rightly there behind the shelves was a small storage door. He tried to open it, but it was locked. Was the storage door open on Sunday? Yes, for a short while it was open. I picked out a couple of items that were needed to use. Where in the house does this storage door lead? Dog wondered why the owner unlocked the door. It's like a corridor leading along the whole house. Here we put everything we don't need at the moment, and it's a lot of things. I do not even know what everything is. We have not gone through everything yet. Let Sol go first, said Dog. Is there a door that leads into a smaller space in there? No, as I said, it's a corridor that leads all the way to the next house. You can see it here, the owner pointed. Then he said, But what is this? There's a door here. There was a door that divided the corridor. I have not seen it before, said the owner. It has always been open. His son said, Now when I think about it, I definitely think there's an old press in there. Yes, now when you say that, I think you are right. I apologize. As I said, we have not had the time to go through everything. Strange, it seems like the door is locked from the other side. The Count ran up to the door and tries to force it open, but it only resulted in the Count injuring his shoulder. The door opened towards us, said Dog. He stuck his finger in the gap and felt the window. I can feel it. Come and help. Everyone tries to get the window up, but they did not succeed. The young man fetched a thin iron stick. With it managed to get the window up. When the door opened, they saw a dark room with a large black press standing inside. There was more than one twin screw on it. On the floor they saw a little boy dressed in velvet sleeping with his head against the foot of the press. The Count whined heartbreakingly when he lifted the unconscious boy from the floor. Oh my, oh my, oh my, thank God. I cannot believe it, said the owner. He was here all the time. How did you know that? Dog was quick to respond. We follow a lead. Unbelievable that you didn't hear him. We work in a noisy workplace and we rarely go here. But it feels awful. How is it possible that such a small child could walk all the way here, come in here and then get caught here without no one seeing it? Dog, the Count and Sol walked quickly out of the printing office. Is he alive? Albrecht, Albrecht, answer your father. We need to find someone who have its profession in medicine to help him. That is not necessary. Sol have worked beside my foster father for years, and she is almost as good at the art of medicine as him. I'm better, said Sol, at least in my speciality. I do not have his healing hands, but please give me the child. The Count hesitated, but he hands over this lifeless son to her. If only Tengel was here, we could surely use his help, said Sol. It was close, but he is alive. You are so dramatic, Dog thought. He guessed that the child could have survived for several more days, but he didn't say anything about it. First of all, we need to get him some water. That's the most important thing. The owner of the printing office came out and heard what she said. The water we have here tastes bad. We only use it for work, but I have wine. Has the wine fermented, and is it of good quality? The wine is of finest class. Then we try that. While the men open the bottle and pour up a cup of wine, Sol tried to wake the boy up. He must be awake to be able to drink. She shook him, and when it did not give any result, she slapped him over the face. It was too much for the Count to see. Enough now. This is about life or death. A gentle hand does not help him now. Wake up, you little rascal. Sol's voice was so calm and warm that the Count forgave her harsh words. And the boy woke up. Hurry, he's about to wake up. I need him to drink before he goes back to sleep again. And the little boy drank eagerly. Then he starts to cry. The Count picked him up and comforted him. So, everything will be fine now. The boy fell asleep again, or if he slipped back into unconsciousness. We have to hurry back home. He needs to drink more and some brew that will give him strength. If you allow me to treat him, of course. I am grateful if you do that, but we do not say anything to my wife yet. I hope she is still asleep. When they arrived home, everything became hectic. The servant ran back and forward to help and to pick up things that were needed. The dirty, smelly clothes were finally off, and the boy was put into a warm bath with twigs from a juniper bush. The bath made him wake up, and Sol gave him a cup of tea to drink. It was filled with all the herbs she had that increase the strength. Sol appreciated all the attention around her work. She carefully examined each bag of spices and herbs. She narrowed her eyebrows so it would look like she was making a difficult medical decision. Dag saw what she was doing and looking at her reproachfully. He knows her sister so well. I think that we stop here for today. Sol is a strange lady. Sometimes she is ruthless and can kill anyone without a doubt, and sometimes she can risk her life for someone she doesn't know. She uses her powers without fear of her own life. So what will come next? I think the Count will keep his promise to be discreet. I cannot believe he wants to put Sol in dangerous situation, but you don't know what rumors can do. Great news travels fast, so does rumors too. Next on my channel I will look into the life of Morgan Jones. He is a character that I think is interesting to follow. He started his journey in Walking Dead, and from that he went over to Fear the Walking Dead. In my next video he still thinks back to the time he spent with the Eastman and his goat. After that I will continue with my Sansa Stark video. When I left her in my last video, Jon and Daenerys have just arrived to Winterfell. Now we are just a couple of weeks from the season premiere of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 6. It will have its season premiere October 11 this year. During Season 5 I did my episodes breakdown. I hope to have time to do that during Season 6 too. Some of my videos are published for a long time, others are removed quite quickly. If you don't want to miss anything, or if you just want to support my channel, subscribe and click on the notification bell. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Stay safe out there and welcome back.